I'm from India. I'm from India. I smell money. Money. I smell money. What's up? What's up, you guys? Bro, how you gonna call me that, man? Hey, dude, real quick, would Spy have a... Alright, man, we gonna discuss all that. Do not worry, we will discuss all that. But first, you guys gotta make sure you run up the live stream, okay? We at least need 2 to 3K likes before we really get started. Yeah, I am. Come on, man. Zendorf, you wildin', man. You are wildin', sir. I'm not like that. I don't roll that way. Make sure you guys double tap the screen. We got a lot to talk about today, and there's some amazing setups. Let me just say that right now. God dang, man. I was looking at some of these setups. They're amazing. They're amazing. Trying to get with your WhatsApp group. Who the heck has a WhatsApp group? I don't have a WhatsApp group. I got a Discord. And the link is in the bio. Yeah, you about to get scammed, bro. You might want to be careful, man. you might want to be a little bit careful, man. You about to get scammed, man. God dang, you about to get scammed. You see, I'm trying to get on that WhatsApp group. Who the heck would have a WhatsApp group? Here's the number: 1 space 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 9 space 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 32 space space 57. Who the heck would believe that? Did you already speak about CLSK? No, I haven't spoke about anything. I'm just waiting for us to get 2,000 likes in here. I'm just waiting for us to get 2,000 likes in here. And you keep spamming Mara, man. Don't worry, we will look at Mara. But come on, stop spamming, bro. I missed the MSCI. You mean SM? You mean SMCI? Yeah, you definitely missed that one. That one went crazy. That one went stupid. But you know, it's funny. We talked about this one back when it was actually in an amazing buy area. Now, did I know it was gonna go to 423? I mean, have $100 day? I had no idea. But what I did know is if you looked at the TA, like this TA was matched up perfectly. And that's why we go live, like, because not only did we bottom call it on that at like the beginning of this month a while ago, because it was in this nice channel. You know, you could, and if you know me at all, you know I tell you to buy time on these contracts. You could have made a lot of money if you just listened. But there's still a lot of plays just like this one. Okay, we just got to find them. We just got to find them. We just got to find them. And don't worry, you're in the best live stream right now, okay? You're in the best live stream. But anyways, let's move on to the Qs. Let's make sure we know what the Qs is doing, and then we move on to the dollar, and then we'll move on to other things, individual stocks, etc. You guys know how these live streams go. Come on, man. We go live enough for you guys to know what happens in these live streams. But as for the Qs, I mean, come on. We talked about this. We talked about this. Did we not talk to you guys about this? We tell you guys on a daily basis. We know the market's going up. All you got to do is position yourself well. Congrats if you positioned yourself well. Congrats. I mean, it was pretty obvious. I mean, we've been very bullish since way down here. And it's just been going up and up. And don't worry, I don't think it's done. I don't think we're done at all. I think there still is a move to be made. We might have to change price targets just based off of how, like, this could really go to 500. Like, I know I said SPY 500, but we could have Qs surpass SPY and go to 500, man. The way it's been going, I think we really could see something like that. But first, let's just make sure, you know, we get our first measure move, which is to 448. Okay, the first measure move that we like to see is 448. And also, once we sweep these highs like you saw right now, this is when you kind of need to be wary regardless. Now, of course, I think the market is going to continue to go up, but I'm going to show you guys what usually happens when you sweep highs. Not only do you get the double top people faked out, right? You get the double top people faked out. They don't know what's going on now. They're scared to the point where they're probably selling. Once it sweeps, now you get the bulls very excited, and I'm sure you guys kind of see that now. You're seeing a lot of people very excited. You're seeing a lot of people very excited, okay? So now that you see the Qs sweeping all-time highs, I'm not gonna say it's gonna stop. I think we're gonna have to see what it does. I think it'll continue, and I think there is some good positions that you can get into, especially some lower risk, high reward potential plays. Like, sure, you see Apple going crazy or Amazon or whatever, but there's other setups that are amazing. And what you got to know is big caps. The money made in big caps usually goes to mid caps, small caps, and crypto. So we gotta make sure we know what's happening with those setups. And I actually have a potential banger. I'm not even kidding. Like, I think this play can really make you a lot of money. It's a play that we already got into and made a lot of money at first, right? And now we have the chance to re-enter it. And some of you guys are like, what's the play? We'll be looking at it. You want to stay tuned for that. But like I said, keep in mind what I said about the Qs. When it sweeps all-time highs, it gets the bulls very excited, and it also stops out the bears. I mean, you see how we squeezed on Friday. That can only happen if a lot of people losing a lot of money. Turns out we weren't the ones losing a lot of money in WOM. We were the ones making a lot of money. But yeah, keep in mind what I said. So I don't want to do too much TA. You guys know we've been like everything that we talked about last Sunday is playing out this Sunday. I anticipate the measure move to get to 448. I anticipate us to go up a little bit higher to 448, maybe 450, 460, and then probably get a retracement, and then we get that final leg. But that's the main thing I'm paying attention to. Let's look at the fear and greed index really quick, and then we'll move on to the dollar, and then some individual stocks. Okay, so we're in extreme greed, and you guys remember me talking last Sunday, or I went live Thursday, and I was like, yo, how could bears be so foolish to run this up to 0.92, to 0.94? How is that even? Some of you guys remember, man. How could you be that foolish to run up so much puts, to get into puts so much to where you had the put and call option ratio? You had so many people entering into puts just to get squeezed out of it the very next couple days. So that was incredible. I don't know how the market manipulators do it, man, but this is what you love to see, especially if you're bullish, because it shows you that that squeeze that you saw, some people didn't make no money on it. I would almost go out on a limb and say majority probably didn't make no money on it. If you're in WOM, you did. If you're in WOM, you did. We called out Snow. Those contracts went over 500%. But anyways, let's move on to the dollar. The dollar is in a rejection zone now. Like you saw, is rejecting this 103.88. You just want to make sure it stays below there. We'll have to see if it does stay below there. I think it will. And you guys know the measure move on the dollar is down to 97 anyways. I mean, okay. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Especially for low caps in crypto. The dollar rejecting right here is beautiful. Okay? So anyways, let's get the 5K likes before we look at individual stocks. That's what I think is going to happen with the market. I mean, we've been very accurate on here. I told you guys last week this was going to happen. I told you guys, basically this whole month what was going to happen. And you either made money or you didn't. You either positioned yourself correctly or you didn't. And yeah, let's run up to 5,000 likes and then we'll look at some individual stocks. Somebody said Plantier. Man, I can't wait to look at that one. Can't wait to look at that one. Palantir, absolutely. I love that one. Who the heck is Husky? You know what? We got to look at this, man, because I don't even know who Husky is. You might be Husky. We got in at 12:07, bro. Show me the timestamp of who you're talking about. Matter of fact, I want to see. Maybe he stole it from me. Because I don't even know who he is. So maybe he stole it from me. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people in here. What you got to realize, man, if you look at our Twitter, if you look at anything, I'm not going to say we're the first people, but we were literally front running everybody, like to where we were bullish last year around this time, telling you it was going to get to all-time highs around this time, telling you it's September again. Okay? So yeah, we got into some snow calls. And Snow is ready to go absolutely crazy. Did we get the 5K likes? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Now we can really get into it, okay? Stay humble before you blow your account. Again, yeah, we got some haters in here, man. I love it. I love it. You know what they say? If you don't got haters, man, you're not what? You're not what? You're not what? Exactly. Exactly, man. My account is at all-time high. I couldn't be more ecstatic because I come on here and I share it. I don't keep it to myself. I come on here, I share it with you guys. Now you can either listen or you can have an ego. You could think you're way better than me and not take any advice and and hate because you clearly didn't make no money. People that hate right now, you not making no money, bro. You can't. You couldn't have. You couldn't have. You couldn't have. All right, we got people. Let's look, man. TSM, MSTR, Mara, Tesla. I'm making money on my Amazon calls already. Oh yeah, I'm sure you are. All right, let's look at damn, we got a lot of people. Let's look at I want to go into something that I have a high suspicion that this is going to make you guys a lot of money. I think if you guys are looking at BTBT and some of these crypto mining stocks, I think those are ready to go crazy. You think Bitcoin, if you think Bitcoin is topped out and it's done when the market's going to all-time highs, you're an absolute fool. You're an absolute fool. Now, could it come lower down to 39K? Sure. But make no mistake, this is going to end up going much, much higher. And now that you have these pullbacks, like some of you guys want to look at these stocks when they're way up here. Meanwhile, this is the first time we bought on WOM. This is the first time I alerted you guys. Some of you guys remember, I alerted you guys on WOM when BTBT was down here. I said I had 1,000% banger for you. Came live, told you it was BTBT, got you in at $2. It ran all the way to $5. Those contracts went up like 400. Some of y'all think I'm playing. Some of y'all think now is not the time to listen and all the money's gone. This is what BTBT ended up doing. I put in 2,000, I think, and came out with 6,000. Let me see. Message could not be loaded. Oh no. Oh no. Let me see if I can find it. The reason I just want to show you guys the receipts. Like come on, man. And I want to show you the receipts just so you can believe me when I say that, hey, I think now is the time again. And if you're in the Discord, don't worry. I'm going to make sure you guys get in. Do not worry one bit. Here they go right here. BTBT calls November 7th, Tuesday, on a Tuesday, man. Some of y'all was like, how are you bullish on November 7th? The market was going down. We got the January 2025s. The $5, bro. Let's just look. November 7th. Okay, we got November 6th. You come up here. I'm not lying to you. We really called that one. And now that one went crazy. I showed you how much you could have made. I think now is the real leg is what I'm trying to tell you. I think right here was just a little teaser. And I think you could potentially get something like you got right here where it went to $30. And this is the last time Bitcoin went to, I think the last in 2021 when it went to 60K. Right? So now that you're getting these pullbacks on some of these crypto miners, CLSK, Mara, BTBT, I think these are potentially some of the best plays out there, especially when you have Bitcoin dumping because of the ETFs. You think ETFs aren't going to purchase it anymore? Or you think they're trying to get better prices? Because I think it's the latter. So I'm going really heavy on maybe. I'll put the Discord what I'm going to get into, but you guys know me, man. I'll put in the Discord what I'm going to get into. I'll show you how much contracts I got into. And, either it's going to make us some money or it's not. But I think there's a high potential reward with low risk. And that's all you can really hope for in options, okay? So this is my main watch, BTBT, and crypto miners overall. Like maybe even some Coinbase looks good. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even Coinbase looks good. I mean, it came directly back into the buy area. Is bouncing off that 21 EMA, which in an uptrend or a downtrend is something that you need to pay attention to. And Coinbase is back in an uptrend. Okay, it's been in the uptrend. You had this consolidation. Next leg, you might get some consolidation, or you might just get the next leg up. Okay, if you look at the 21 EMA when this thing was dumping in a downtrend, it rejected, fall, rejected, fall. You know what I'm saying? So now we're in an uptrend. It's at that 21 EMA. Coinbase, Bitcoin miners, Bitcoin overall, crypto stocks, I think look good, man. I don't know about you guys. Somebody's asking about Mara. We're not gonna look at Mara because I basically gave you, BTBT and Bitcoin and everything else, and I think the same thing about them is, look, man, they're ready to buy, in my opinion. They're ready to buy. And the thing is, it's funny. It's funny because we were saying this exact same thing in November. Like back in November, we were telling you this exact same thing we're telling you, now, but back in November, before that huge run that it had, that literally gave, 1,000 to 1,500 to 1,000 to 1,500 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 to 1 that literally gave us 1,000% on Mara. Knicks entered in the Mara and got us 1,500. Look, 1,000%. Come on, man. Where does that even exist? 1,500% on Mara. Yes, yes, yes. So, anyways, let's move on. Put some individual stocks in the comments what you guys want to look at, and we'll look at those. But like I said, I think those. That's what I'm paying attention to. That's what I'm paying attention to. Let's look at Palantir. Let's look at Palantir. Oh my love. Oh my gosh. I'm playing. Let me stop. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think we looked at this Thursday or last Sunday, and nothing has really changed. It's just been consolidating inside of this upwards channel. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this is probably, I love this setup as well. I'm definitely trying to enter into some Palantir. Right here, come on, I'm definitely trying to enter into some Palantir. Even if you're wrong, like let's say you're wrong and you want to take a minimal loss and you're not buying these leaps. And first of all, if I'm looking at any of these stocks, what you have to realize, I'm not talking about this week. I'm not talking about next week. I'm not talking about 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now. I'm talking about if you look at some of this stuff in the next 3 months, 4 months, they're not going to be the price they are now. And all you got to do is position yourself correctly. And if you're in the Discord, we will make sure you're positioned correctly. But something like PLTR looks very good to me. Now, it does have earnings, you know, the 5th of February, which is in 2 weeks. So that's something that you need to be kind of careful of if I was entering into this. But I like some March calls. If it was me, I like some March calls. This is a bullish megaphone. This is a bullish megaphone. So, and it's in a channel to where, okay, it comes to the top, goes back to the bottom. I think it could potentially get to the top, which is around, you know, 20, let me see. No, around like $26. Okay? And it's not a garbage company. Like, this is a good company. It's in an uptrend. This is one that's been actually consolidating since July. Like, let me make it all nice and pretty. Some of you guys don't realize that this stock was literally, it didn't get the run a lot of those stocks had back in November and December. Like, if we look back at a lot of stocks, it gave you that next leg up in November and December from July. Like, they went above July. This one never did. It just sat here and consolidated. So I actually like Palantir. This is probably one of my favorites that we've seen today. I mean, we've just been looking at bangers, man. I'm actually getting kind of scared. Because is everybody seeing what I'm seeing right now? Because if so, I'm getting puts. No, I'm playing. If so, I'm getting some puts because there's no way. There's no way some of this stuff looks this good. And there's no way there aren't people that see this exact same. There's no way somebody's like, oh yeah, this is breaking down. This is going back to $12. That'd be crazy. But I would actually like that a bit more because then I know, like, okay, not everybody's bullish at least. Not everybody's bullish at least. Anyways, that's what I think about PLTR. This one looks very good. And it's even if you look at the RSI, and I don't even look at this stuff like that, it's inverse head and shouldering, okay? It's inverse head and shouldering. You're even getting some hidden bullish divergence, which is crazy. Oh yeah, man, this got a lot of confluence going into it, man. Because you're getting these lower lows, and then you're getting this hidden bullish divergence on a weekly time frame. So it's telling me that it's reset, potentially ready to go back up to test the top of the channel. I mean, it's sitting on a trend line. I mean, it's obvious to where it's like, dang, is it gonna happen? How long you been live? Been live for about maybe 15 minutes. Maybe 15 minutes. Yeah. 15, 20 minutes. Anyway, let's move on. Put in the comments what stocks you guys want to look at. That's what I think about Palantir. I think that looks very good. Somebody said head and shoulders. Make no mistake, this was a head and shoulders. And it could potentially still play out. But I'm letting you know right now, if this gets above $18, $19, this thing's going to take off. You're going to look at what you guys want to look at, man? Put in the comments. Spy. A lot of you guys want to look at Spy. Look, I know a lot of you guys don't look at SPY and everything, but me personally, I like looking at the Qs more than I do SPY. But nothing has changed. I mean, the same thing that I said about the Qs is the same thing that's going to happen with SPY. So that's why I just look at the Qs more, because I think the Qs is going to end up being worth more than SPY overall, and I think people are going to, you know, look at the Qs more often than they do SPY. Yeah, I think the Q, like, SPY is going to be 510. The Qs are going to be like 570. It's going to be worth more. It's going to move a lot better. But if I'm looking at the Q SPY, I think it's going to, the measure moves to 493, and we've had that for some time now. So there's nothing really, like, I don't want to sit here and draw up some TA for a stock that went up 1.5%. Pass every time. Now, will it continue? I think it's going to continue. I mean, it's breaking out of a rising wedge, which I've seen these break up so much in this entire run that we've been having. So I think it's going to end up retesting 493. Now, should you want to get in as soon as the market opens? I'll wait for some sort of pullback, maybe, but I think it's going to get to 493. There's nothing to really look at. There's nothing to really look at. Okay, that's why I'm not looking at it. QQQ is popping. Oh yeah, QQQ going crazy. Did you look at Tesla? No, we haven't looked at Tesla. You expect a February pullback? Look, I have no clue. All I know is that the market is not done going up. That's all I know. I know the market is not done going up. I don't care to look at what's gonna happen in the next week, the next 2 weeks. I don't care, because I'm positioning myself for the next 3 months. We go down, cool, I'll buy some more. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, I was up fat. But if you look at IWM, this is one that I think is potentially one of the best ones to look at. But I do know for a fact there's a lot of people looking at something like IWM. And I'm sure you guys know that now. Just like Tesla, like there's a lot of eyes on Tesla. They're on Twitter going crazy. It's not a matter of when. I mean, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when is Tesla gonna go up. Tesla's breaking out of this bull flag. So when I'm looking at IWM, yeah, it looks absolutely amazing. Yes, the best time to have bought it was, you know, we literally put this leg for you right here. The best time to buy it, in my opinion, is, let me see. I don't think it's gonna pull way back down there. I mean, the best time to buy it, I'm gonna say now if you're looking for 3 to 4 months out. But make no mistake, this is sitting in a bull flag, like, come on now. It's sitting in a bull flag. The only thing I'm scared of is that I know a lot of people are looking at it. So I don't want to spend too much time on something like this one. I would say if you're looking at, the measure moves to 232, okay, back to all-time highs. This thing is going to go to all-time highs. So how I would actually play this, and how I've been playing it, and, you know, I'll be looking at something like TNA, which is just the 3X version of IWM. And guess what TNA also is? It's cheaper. It's cheaper and it runs more. And you can probably buy a lot more contracts. So if you think IWM is bullish, I'll be looking at something like TNA, which moves the exact same as IWM, and is sitting at this nice demand that you see right here. So I love IWM. It's obviously looking bullish. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you. I would only sit here and tell you to get like some 4 or 5 month out calls. I would look for April or May, or, you know, June if you can, because I just know a lot of people are talking about this one. You know. Anyways, let's move on. Somebody says gap down, it's gonna go down more. Bad idea. Hey yo, are you talking about IW? This is what I mean, man. I swear, I think a lot of people think like me, but no, it's not true. It's not true. I think I have a problem with a lot of people are thinking the way I do, and this dude just says gapping down. It's going down a lot more. If you say so, man. If you say so. I don't want to look at TSM because TSM gapped up. We talked about TSM a while back, and I told you once it broke, like, this was an amazing buy that we kept talking about and talking about and talking about. And now that it's way up here, I'm all right. I'll pass now. If you weren't getting into swings and getting yourself a good position into something so obvious, then you missed it. Now, it gapped up for earnings. Like I said, for earnings that gap up, they usually continue to go up. So I'd be looking for it to continue to go up. But am I going to be drawing some TA for it? No. Had earnings, gapped up, went crazy. I think it's going to continue to go crazy. Upstart. Upstart is sitting in it, like, the area it came down to is the buying area. Is the buying area. It even bounced right here this last time back in. This is what I mean. Like, the stocks that went crazy in July, this thing went all the way to like $68, $70 in July. And it never reached that. Like, now it's bouncing right here. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens to something like Upstart. I don't want to give too big of an opinion on it, but I do know that this one, I mean, it likes to run when small caps run. That's a fact. It went up 5% on Friday. So you can't leave it. You can't leave it out. It is retesting a nice demand like you see right here. I think there's better stuff out there perhaps, but you know, it looks good. It looks good, okay? It looks good. There's not much for me to really say on it. It looks good. I won't be messing with it. If I wanted to mess with it, I would at least wait for it to trade above this 8-hour EMA. That's for sure, because it's actually getting a nice little bull dive, a little nice one, a little bitty, maybe double bottom, but I'd wait for it to trade above $33, $34. And when it's ready to really take off, you would look for it above where that head and shoulders was. So it has some levels to break for this to actually go really, really nuclear. And when you just got to make sure you don't get faked out. You buy enough time for you to catch the entire move. You're not trying to catch the move next week by trying to get rich, and you think it's gonna happen, you know, overnight, or you think it's gonna blast up $20 next week. You know, you gotta be patient on this stuff, and you gotta make sure it gets above some certain levels, which I would say 34 is a must break. And then once it gets above $38, this head and shoulders, this left shoulder, this right shoulder, once it gets above that left shoulder, it's gonna go absolutely crazy. And I can say that confidently because I've seen that happen on so many stocks. That head and shoulders, left shoulder break, man, come on, man. Man, don't make me show you. Don't make me show you, man. Anyways, let's move on. Let's get the live stream to 10K. We got Roku. We already looked at. We didn't look at CLSK, but we looked at BTBT and Bitcoin, and look, those all kind of move the same. All right, they all move the same. Bullish, and I think the best time to buy is right now. You just gotta make sure you buy time. All right. Why you look at CMCI, man? You missed it. All right. Man, is the market this obvious? Is the market this obvious right now, man? Man, say it ain't so, man. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. All right, if I was looking at Roku, you absolutely have to make sure it stays above this $86, $87 range. Okay, it actually closed above it. I would want to see how it performs this week and next week. Okay, I'd want to see how it performs this week and next week. If it gets above this left shoulder, like you're seeing right here, like I always tell you, once it gets above that left shoulder, it's more likely than to continue to go up. But I don't see any divergence. I'm seeing actually a lot of volume right here, but on the last day, but that's not really saying much considering there's a lot of stocks that had that. But look how it performs this week. This week is gonna be a telltale because it's sitting at a resistance. The last time it came here, I mean I could literally show you. This level right here is very important. Last time it came here, it gave you this big old fake out went all the way back down, came and retested again, never closed, wicked on the weekly, and then went all the way down. And then you got this reject right here, blasted all the way up. So this is actually a very important look. I actually like Roku. I really do, because I know how good this one can move under the right circumstances. And to be honest, I actually like it. I do like it. It just needs to hold above this 86, and then we'll really see a good move. We'll really see a good move on this one. No doubt about it. So that's what I'll be looking at for it. Needs to hold above 87 though. What type of trading do you do? Contractor? Look at OKTA. I absolutely want to look at OKTA, but I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. OKTA came into the buy area. Is bull diversion. Man, I love OKTA, and I know it's a cybersecurity stock. Man, once this is done chopping, this thing is gonna go absolutely crazy. See, this is a stock that hasn't broke out all year. When is earnings? And it has earnings late February. Man, I don't want to spend too much time on it. It looks good though. Can you look at Google? Google's doing exactly what we talked about. Google's going to end up going to all-time highs and continue to march higher, and we said that. We said that. Let's look at Amazon. Why has no one said Amazon? Nobody's sleeping on PayPal, trust me. PayPal is actually one of the ones that a lot of people are watching. Nvidia gapping up 400. What is we gapping up? Look, y'all need some stocks that man gonna make us some money, man. He said I lost my shirt last year. God dang. Man, NASDAQ up 70%, man. Man. Bro. Man. I'm saying man because I know the TA. Like, we doing TA right now, man. This stuff gapped up. It's done. A lot of stuff's gapping up. Okay? So, I don't even want to waste you guys' time too much longer tonight. You know what I'm saying? We might just have to go live on like a Monday or a Tuesday or something. Because the days I go live, man, the days we having the great days, like, I was live this Sunday when it was pulling back, and I was telling you this is an amazing buy. If we're not focusing on stocks that aren't big on the NASDAQ, don't even put them anymore. Don't put Apple, don't put Microsoft, don't put Nvidia, don't put any of that in the comment section, because those are more likely than not gapped up. They're gapped up. Instead, why has no one said Twilio? Why has no one said Twilio? Why has no one said Twilio? Twilio is one, like, look at this, man. Man, we about to make so much money. We've been making so much money. The time for you to make so much money is right now. You want to make as much money as you possibly can right now, because what's going to happen, I think, later this year, and we can still make money in options. You know, just your long-term equity will probably get decimated. But you're going to still make a lot of money options trading. You want to make a whole lot of money right now, because what's going to happen, you know, they're saying soft landing and no recession, yada, yada, yada. Man, come on, bro. There's going to be a recession. But Twilio looks very good. Did you go over Disney? No. I do want to go over Disney, though, because Disney's an undervalued one that I think is ready to go crazy. Now, we're already in a swing for it, but I'll look at it. But for something like Twilio, I want you guys to definitely pay attention to this one. If you're in the Discord, this is probably one that I'm going to be watching most of the week is Twilio. I'm most likely going to get into some Twilio calls. If you're in the Discord, I will call them. You guys want to make sure you're in the Discord also, okay? If you want to know exactly what we're getting into that exact moment, you want to get in the Discord. We've been making so much people some money. We got the Netflix calls. last week. We got into OKT8. We got into snow. And we don't call stuff just to call stuff. It's just quality in there. But Twilio, to me, once this breaks out from where it's sitting at right now, that it's been rejecting from since October of last year. You got the October rejection. You got the March rejection. And now you have that January, December correction that you had from December to January, the end of December to January, where, man, we was up bands. We were up bands. Literal bands. That's why we had that pullback. That was a profit-taking pullback. But the leg was not done. The leg was not done. Like when I tell you I put in 2,000 on Twilio and it was up to like 21,000 in the span of like 2 weeks. I know there was millionaires up. Man, there was millionaires up. Millions. There's millionaires up millions, man, because I was a small fish and I was making money. But I think Twilio looks very, very good. I think Twilio could potentially be the one to watch. This is one that I'm watching. It hasn't broke above in over a year. When this actually breaks up, like, you guys got to realize this is a $400 stock. And it has partnerships with Amazon. And every single earnings, this stock beats. It beats every single earnings. You look at this earnings, it beat. You look at this earnings, it beat. You look at this earnings, it beat. Like every single earnings since this stock has came out except one time. No, 2 times. 2 times. You see all these green bubbles at the bottom, these E's? That's how many green earnings Twilio has had. Beating earnings. And now it's sitting down here at a perfect buying area, about to break out from this resistance. Consolidated. Man, come on, man. And it's about to break out from a head. Bro. Bro. Yeah, you got the head and shoulders. He's about to break out from that left shoulder. Yeah, get you some Twilio. Get you some Twilio, man. 400 to 40. Yes. It's hilarious, actually, that it went from 400 to 40. But what you got to realize that these are the stocks you want to pay attention to going down the stretch of almost the end of this bull run. You don't want to pay. Why are you paying attention to? You really going to pay attention to Microsoft? The time to be paying attention to Microsoft was down here, maybe even right here. You don't pay. Now, of course, you still gonna make some easy money, and this is where you put equity and stuff like that. You just want the easy stuff. But the real money, bro, especially for smaller accounts. Where do you see? All right. Anyways, let's move on. Do you come on live every day? No, I don't go live on every day. This is the Sunday live show that we're on. I try to go live during the weekdays, maybe like Tuesday or Thursday or something. I'm live every single day in the Discord though. Every single day in the Discord. The link is in the bio. I'm live every single time. I'm here every single day, chatting it up with people, talking, hanging out, looking over stocks. What is Run doing? I want to see what Run's doing. Please don't tell me. Please don't do it. Oh my. No, don't do it. Do it. Yeah, oh my. CRISPR. Did you go over AMD? We're not gonna look at AMD. Oh, Disney. Let's look at Disney. Yes. I tell you guys this all the time too. Like, some of you guys are panicking. I don't get it. I don't get the panic. I don't get it. Like, we had literal people panicking when it went down to $89, $88. Oh my gosh. What the heck's going on, man? Disney's consolidating in a huge bull flag. Once this breaks up, which it will, the measure moves to just 105. But make no mistake, this is a stock that's been out for so long. A stock that hasn't been doing anything for this entire year, but it's bull diverging heavy in a very bullish market. What do you think's gonna happen? What do you think's gonna happen? You think all the buyers that we have right now they're not gonna buy Disney, even though Disney is the most undervalued right now? You think that's what's gonna happen? All right, if you say so. Disney looks great, sitting in the bull flag. Me personally, we're already in Disney in WOM. You know, we can look at it, sure, but nothing has changed from when I posted it. We still have a lot of time on it. We still have a lot of time to be right. It's just January. Summer hasn't even happened. My goal on these live streams is to make sure you guys got money for the summertime, man. I want you guys on jet skis, on yachts. Right now we're in hibernation. Like, this is where you should be like, all right, where I'm gonna put my money so I can come out of hibernation, freezing cold weather, and ball out, or do what you do with your money. I don't care what you do with it, really don't. But that's been the goal, literally, all of last year, this year, and we've been doing it. The only people that haven't been making money are the people that don't listen. They come on here, and they still do this. They still have the same tendencies that they had when they weren't listening. And guess what? They've been missing out. They literally have been missing out. They literally have been missing out, bro. Literally missing out. Either they weren't patient. Look, man, this is what I mean. October 4th, 2023. 2023. We got into some June 2024 $65 TQQ calls, which is just the 3x of the Qs. Now, if you go look at the price in October versus the price now, oh wait, we had it. This is what I mean. This is why you need to be inside the Discord. It was $35. It was $35, and I was sitting here saying it's gonna make a 30. Now I know I come on here and I sound like I might not know what I'm talking about. Like, you might hear me, and you're like, yo, he does not know what he's talking about. He does not. I might sound like it, but I promise you, the stuff that I put on here is actually very accurate. It's actually very accurate. So, minimum risk with huge upside potential. This is posted in the Discord. My boy Park joined it. Let me see how much I put in. All right, I put in. It's at 9,000. It's open at 5. I put in maybe 4,000. 4,000, maybe 5,000 in 2-3 months. And make no mistake, this is not done. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make money tomorrow because the Qs is gapping up almost 1%. That means TQQ is gonna be up almost 3%. I'm gonna wake up with money. Ooh, that made my stomach. Ooh, I had some butterflies right there. Yeah, we keep a track record. And yeah, we going crazy. My bad. Let me get back to the stocks. I just want to let you guys know. You have to buy time on this stuff, man. It's going to help you help yourself. Some of you guys want to hop into tomorrow and sit here and, man, I'm about to open up some. Now, don't get me wrong. You can make money on 0 days to expiration contracts. Like, we literally got into snow calls, made some money on 0 days to expiration. These went up over 400% in one day. But you want to get easy money right now. You want to build your account to where you can take those lottos and hold for 500% because you're already up tens of thousands of dollars. Some of y'all don't get that, man. Let's look at Airbnb, because I think Airbnb is one that's ready to go crazy as well. Airbnb, the perfect time to buy it was on that W. Like, it literally double bottomed. I wish I would have saw it at this double bottom right here. But I still know there's a lot of potential left in Airbnb. This is actually one that I'm very, very excited about. This is one that's in a huge cup, bro. Look, man, there's so much money to be made right now. The only way you can mess this up is if you mess it up yourself. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. Because right now, we got market makers backpedaling. We got people who missed out on all this rally trying to get back in, trying to get in. We haven't hit a euphoric top yet. If you look, you're not front running nobody in stocks, okay? Let me just get that in your head right now. The time to front run is when we were talking about it last year around this time in January. We have videos out talking when Apple was 140, telling you it was gonna get to 200. PDD when it was $60, telling you it was gonna get to 140. You can't front run the people in stocks no more. And by that I mean you can't front run people here. Like, people, if you're gonna invest in Airbnb, you most likely know it's gonna go up. But you can't front run the people like Bitcoin miners. A lot of people aren't talking about Bitcoin mining stocks. You can front run those people. That means you can hop in early, and you're more likely than not gonna get a higher return than almost anybody because you're there very early. But yeah, this looks great. I mean, it's sitting in a bull flag. I mean, a cup and handle. The measure moves to 167. I actually really like this one heading into next week. But like I said, I mean, Airbnb is part of, you know, these major ETFs. You know, I think it's in SPY, and you look at Nasdaq, it's up 0.63%. So more likely than not, this is gonna gap up probably $2-3, and you know, I wouldn't even touch it after that. I would only mess with it if I was getting in right here. Let's look at BA. BA looks great. It just has a lot of news, man. Has a lot of news, and it does V-shape recover a lot. What I've noticed, it does V-shape recover, but not the first. It doesn't V-shape off of the first dump. So I'm gonna show you how I would play BA if I didn't get in right here at 202, or you know, if I wasn't already in BA. How I would play BA is I'd wait for it to come back down. I'll try to get the next pullback, because what usually happens on BA is that first dump, it gives you that first dump, and then it gives you that little fake pop, kind of like what you're seeing right now. It gives you that fake pop. It gives you that huge dump, that fake pop, and this is what a lot of stocks do, not just BA. They give you that fake pop, and then they give you that real bottom. You know, this is the people. The fake pop is for the people that, oh shoot, BA bottom. I'm early. I'm about to get in the calls right here. It's at a discount, and then it dips. Get those people out, and then the real one happens. So, if I already wasn't in BA, I would wait for it to come back down, because you're not even getting a good price at this point. Like, you missed a $15 move. This is the time where people got calls right here, let it ride up $15, sold right here because they know a bottom's coming, and then save that money up to get a bigger position right here, if that makes sense. So I wait for something like that. That's how I'm going to play BA. I'm actually going to put an alert for when it does cross back down to this 196, because then I think that'd be an amazing time to get an entry. And now if it doesn't, it doesn't. Now if you just get a steep V-shaped recovery, all right, cool, you missed it. You missed it. But if it comes back to that 196, 197 level, you want to make sure that you're not missing that one, because you could just easily buy some April or whenever it bottoms out. I don't know. So we'll have to see when it does get to 196 if it does. That's how I would play it though, because I never like playing that first dip. Okay? That first dip, no bueno. I'm good. We already looked at TSM. Told you boys that we was finna pump. Bert, man, I feel bad for you. You was the biggest bear coming into 2023, man. And that was the worst time to be a bear. But you know what's funny? A lot of people were bearish at that time, man. A lot. And I missed those times. I wish I would have loaded up the boat a lot more than I did. I mean, I made a lot of money, but dang, I could have made a whole bunch of more money. Dang, I'm greedy. God did. Shout out God, man. EMPH. Did we do CRISPR? Let's make sure we like the live stream. We already looked at TNA. We already looked at TNA. Nike. All right, let's look at Nike, man. Nike's doing what we just saw on BA. So yeah, I would say this is probably a perfect time to get Nike. It gave you that first big old dump, and then it gave you that pullback, and now it's giving you that real bottom. So I think Nike, like, you know what's funny? We just looked at this. We just looked at something like this, and it looks exactly like what we just looked at. That's hilarious. I think Nike could have potentially bottomed. This has actually been an underperformer. So and it's in a buy area. There's some confluence on it. Good risk to reward on something like Nike. You can't not like it right here. But the only thing is, and it even swept the little shoulder that you see right, the head and shoulders that you see right here. It swept it in a bull market. You gotta love stuff like that as well. Like, that's why you have that big wick right here. It swept that left shoulder, and you know, it could potentially be ready to rise back up. So I actually like what I'm seeing with Nike. I think it dumped for earnings though, which I don't particularly like, because like I said, when a stock dumps for earnings, it usually continues. When a stock pumps for earnings, it usually continues. But now that it has that second dip, like it faked out the people that were trying to get in right here, gave you that second dip, and it even has some bull diversions, sitting in a buying area. there's nothing stopping me from being like, yeah, this is one that I'd like to sit in a long swing on. I would get some May 110 calls or 105 calls and just sit on them. And just sit on them. Because I know if this ends up breaking back above this 110 level, this head and shoulders that you see right here, that it rejected from right here, you have the left shoulder. If it ends up breaking back above there, it's more likely than not going to take out the head as well. So I like it. Does this work if you're a Gemini? I think so. I hope so. Make sure you guys are inside the Discord. We will be raising the prices very soon. Literally, you get the long-term picks. I just showed you guys the TQQQ that we called out. It's $100 a year. We're changing this, by the way. It's more like it's gonna go up to like $200-300 a year because we put TQQQ in there not too long ago, October. We told you buy some TQQQ long calls, October 4th. You scroll down. When was the next one? We told you to buy some ARC calls, October 4th, around the same time, June 2024, 60s. We got you into a long swing, the 399 calls for the Qs. You understand? So some of these aren't even that long term. Like some of these could just be swings. So, like we literally told you to get some square calls November 2nd, the 119. Man. And then guess what? It bottomed out here. Square, you know right now that it's way above $55, which was the strike price that he called out. It said 65. It went all the way up to $80. He got in October, like down here, bro. So it's $100 a year. You can check that out. Definitely going. The price is definitely going up on that one. But the long-term picks is something I made it cheap for a reason. Okay, made it cheap for a reason. All right, let's move on. You'll look at PayPal, Chinese stock. We'll look at Chinese stocks. We'll look at PayPal. We'll look at all that stuff, okay? But PayPal, the time to be buying it was when I told you guys to be buying. Look, man, you guys want to get in the stocks when they're blasting off, when they're going crazy, when they're... But this literally created an inverse head and shoulders, which we talked about. I didn't even have to mark anything up. It's just playing out now. Now, I can tell you where it could potentially go now that it's playing out. But I'm not going to give you an entry on it because it's up 6% from Friday. It's up $10 from when we were telling you to buy right here in this green box. We told you it was going to get back to this green box. So now that is at that green box, now that it's going crazy, I think this could potentially go back up to around $75-80. I mean, you look at it on a monthly time frame. Is big bull diversion. Look at that. You have to love stocks that are doing something like this right now at this particular time, because small caps and mid caps have not done what they're supposed to do yet. Where do you think? Like, some of you guys look at Microsoft and forget that it's $3 trillion. It's $3 trillion market cap. So where do you think people are going to take profits and put them into? PayPal's not a bad company. It's not a bad company. They're going to take some money from that all-time highs from Microsoft and put it into something undervalued, like a small cap, mid cap, like PayPal, $70 billion market cap. This thing could go to $100 billion market cap and sit around $90, and that's only added a $30 billion market cap, which is only what, 1% of Microsoft? Because 300 billion would be 10%. So 30 billion would be 1%. Is my mathing? Is that right? Is that right? I don't know. I don't know if it's right. But it sounds like it's right. I know it wouldn't be 30 million. That'd be like a 0.001%. I think it's right, bro. Anyways, let's move on. So yes, PayPal looks good. The time to have bought it was, in that inverse head and shoulders. But make no mistake, it looks like it's ready to continue. I would wait for a pullback if I'm not already in. What stock is best for long term? We made a video about it, but MSTR. And guess what? It's giving you an amazing pullback. MSTR and it's giving you a morning star candle. What do I always tell you guys? These weekly morning star candles, More likely than not, I always see a big old green candle because this is a Morningstar reversal candle. If not, it'll give it to you the next week. But make no mistake, this is actually a reversal Morningstar candle. I love it. Anyways, let's move on to what was I about to look at? Dang. Oh, I want to look at the Hang Seng. Actually, I don't want to look at the Hang Seng because if you're messing with the Hang Seng, you're losing money, bro. You're losing money. And don't get me wrong, I even lost some money messing around with the Hang Seng. I thought I was getting an opportunity on it. Turns out the opportunity was not an opportunity. It was an opportunity for you to not buy calls. I would only mess with China once it gets back above 16,000. 16,000, you're not even missing anything. It'll just break back above this resistance, and then you can start working with something from China. But until then, bro, leave it alone. Leave it alone, bro. Leave it alone. Because you're gonna miss out on a lot of opportunities and different things. Now, of course, diversifying something like put like a small bag into yen or a small bag into BABA long-term calls, just so you can say you're in, and just if the market, like I've seen China gap up 3%, in one day. So just so you can say you're in, and you know if China does take off, then you know you have money in it, etc. But I wouldn't be messing with anything day trade, anything short-term swing. I would only be looking at June, July's for something like China. Exactly. And PDD, man, this is a stock that we told you was literally going to get to the top of this channel a while back. Like, I haven't even done TA on it in so long, but I made a TikTok video about it back when it was like $65, and I was like, yeah, it's going to come back to the top. And what do you know? It's almost at the top. 154. But let's move on. What are you guys looking at in the comments, man? QCOM, Riot, Buy, AI, Zealous is a superior product. Please. Best stock to play next week. The best stocks to play next week, you want to make sure you're in the Discord, okay? We always post what we're looking at, what we're getting into. I can't tell you unless the day is live. Man, so much could change pre-market, so much could change in the morning. I can only tell you what I'm entering into that day, that second, is if you're in the Discord, and I'm not on TikTok at that time. I'm in the Discord at that time. You guys want to look at Tesla? We haven't looked at Tesla. Let's take a look at it. I told you guys, man, Tesla gonna play with you guys, man. Tesla is gonna play. I thought a good buying area for it was 221. That's where I would still enter into some long-term. Like, I'll be entering into long-term calls right here. I'll be getting some leaps on it. I'll be getting some June, July calls, like I said, at 221, and I'll just be dollar cost averaging into them. Okay? That's what I'll be doing right now. But if we're looking at Tesla, it has to bounce right here. It has to bounce right here. And this isn't even a stock where I would look at it and be like, yo, like, yeah, let's get it. I'm about to get into some calls for it. I'm about to go crazy for next week. I'd be patient on it. Now, it is actually, it did help. Actually, I'm chatting. I will more likely than not get into some Tesla. I think it washed out enough people. I do think it washed out enough people. I think there's a lot of negative news coming out for Tesla. Now, that doesn't mean Tesla could continue to not keep going down. But make no mistake, as long as it stays above 207, it's it's bull diverging on the 4-hour. Like, look at this. It's making lower lows, but this is very strong divergence. Very strong divergence. This is something that you want to be patient on, man. And by patient, I mean this isn't a bad, like, it was at this price back in November of last year, and then it went all the way up to 245 in the matter of like 3 days. So Tesla's one where it's gonna blast off, and you just want to make sure you don't miss it, because, and by not missing it, you want to make sure you're either in equity or you're in a long-term position. It's the same situation as China. When I was talking about China, same situation for something like Tesla. I don't want to spend too much time on it because I want to make sure we're talking about the real money-making plays. With the real money-making plays, and how I can assure that some of you guys make money. And Tesla, man, first of all, it's expensive. Second of all, it's been playing around too much. It's not even following the cues. Man, this thing disconnected. And the theory that could potentially be laid out is, you know, Elon. I know Elon has a lot of negative news saying he wants to own 25% of the company. So, you know, maybe he wants the price lower or something. I don't know. But I do know if this level breaks right here, is more likely than not going to come down to like 185. So it's risky. It's one that I'm not comfortable talking about too much. But I do know this is a bounce area, okay? This is a bounce area. Like, it rejected here, went down, broke above right here, and took all the way up to 300. Bounce right here, went to 260. Bounce right here, went to 300. Bounce right here, you know, went to all-time highs. Bounce right here and went to all-time highs. So what I'm trying to say is, if it doesn't bounce right here, it's going back down to 180, and that's why I don't want to spend too much time on it, because inside of this bull run that we're having right now, you're missing out on a whole bunch of money if you're bullish and you're messing with Tesla. If you're bullish and you're messing with Tesla, you messing, man, you playing with money. You are playing with money, man. You're playing with money. So in a bull market, man, focus on the stocks that are, if you're bullish. Now if you're bearish, you know, Tesla, you probably been eating. But the majority of the market has been bullish, so I don't know how you could be bullish on the whole market and not be bullish on Tesla. So you're probably trying to time the bottom a lot, but who knows, man. I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to mess with it. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. Did he do Mara? Yes, we did Mara. And these Bitcoin mining stocks are stocks that you need to be paying attention to. CMCI is a stock that went absolutely crazy. No point in looking at it. It's up $100. If you didn't get into it Friday, why are you looking at it right now? And you know, it's funny, we talked about CMCI when it was in this channel and literally told you to buy right here and get some long-term calls on it. Now, did I know it was going to go up $112 in one day? No. But, come on. It's ready to go crazy. Should I be bullish on, because I see Tesla? Let's look at Plug. Let's look at Plug. Look, we're looking for stocks that have great... What the heck? Man, we're not looking at this, man. Yeah, we're not looking at this, bro. Man, what the hell? What the hell? Coin, Nvidia, those all look good, bro. We looked at those. Like, some of you guys are late on this live stream. Make sure you follow this account so you can catch the chunk of this live stream. We've been going absolutely crazy, okay? We talked about most of those. We gave analysis on most of those. We talked about it last week as well, and it's just been playing out. So you want to make sure you follow this account so you can catch the next live stream. I'm live Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday as well. So CLSK, look, man. Bitcoin mining stocks, if you want to front run people, you would mess with Bitcoin mining stocks right now. You would mess with Bitcoin mining stocks and crypto stocks and some small cap stocks if you want to front run people right now. And by that I mean not many people are paying attention to it, but they will once it actually starts going crazy. I just got access. How do I get the role? You're assigned the role. You just go to Discord. You should have the role already. Come on, give me a quick Nvidia run through, brother. Why are you looking at Nvidia, man? Nvidia's gone. Bro, we said this was getting to 700, and look, it's on its way to 700. We told you, man. We told you this is going to get to 700. It's on its way to 700. Like, if you weren't buying down here, which was the best time to buy, which we were talking when you should buy it, because it was sitting in literally a buying area right at this green box when we were talking about it. When? 2 weeks ago, you know, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. DM me, Lewis. Small caps like Lucid. We looked at Disney, Noah. We looked at Disney. We said it looked good. Look, man, there's no way I'm focusing on a stock. There's no way I will focus on something like Lucid when you look at it this entire bull run. Look, man, the way some of you guys are gonna mess around and miss a bag is if you focus on the wrong things at the wrong time. And Lucid sure could pop off for 1 day or 2 days, and you got to make sure you catch it, because if not, it's gonna dump on you the entirety of the time. The only time this popped off was in January of last year, a whole year ago. the only time it actually gave you something, when it went from $6 to $17 a year ago. The rest of the time, you know how bullish we were that entire year, and then all this thing did was go from $17 to $2? That's all it did. So, no, not stuff like losing. You don't think Nvidia's going up more, man? Made dumb money on Nvidia. Just bought every dip. That's how you got to do some of this stuff. You think it continues to rally. We looked at the Qs. Look. Make sure you guys get the $100 a year long-term picks, okay? It's $100 a year, and you're able to get some of the stuff some of you guys are asking about right now. Is it going to continue to go up? What are the good plays right now? For $100 a year, you can get stuff like this. Buying more TQQ calls on October 2nd. Or October 4th. October 2nd. October 4th. This is the 3X of the Qs. It was at $35. Okay? $35. You scroll back until today, and you know what's even funny is we're going to make money tomorrow too. TQQQ, the same thing we talked about 3 months ago. Now, some of you guys could have put in a bag. I put in 3,000, and I'm happy with what I did. Everything is linked in the bio, man. Lewis, I'll handle it after this live stream. Don't worry, man. You think AMC will ever come up again? Man, you guys are focused on the wrong stuff right now. I don't think I don't know. That's the, like, I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, somebody said Beam. A lot of you guys will look at Rivian, though, for some reason. Look, for these EV stocks, you got to be very careful. The only EV stock that actually has been doing what it does is Tesla. And Tesla's not just the EV stock. It also has Elon Musk. It also has some AI and robotics as well. If you're messing with something like Rivian, now it does look good right here, like it is in it. Like, okay, if I was messing with Rivian right here, I would just buy some calls, and if I'm wrong, I would get out immediately below $15. Because we're seeing in real time what's happening to these EVs and energy overall. Like, now, could money rotate into there? Sure. And could you be very early on it? Sure, you could. You definitely could. Or you could be completely wrong, ended up missing a whole bunch of other money that you could have made elsewhere. So I would say, like I've been saying for a lot of these stocks that continue to go down, if you have a big enough bankroll, sure, diversify into some EVs like Rivian or China stocks or energy companies like Run or EMPA. Sure, diversify into them, but don't put your whole don't focus on, look, you have 100% focus, put 5 to 10% focus on energy and EVs. Because if not, you're gonna miss stuff like Nvidia. You're gonna miss stuff like Meta. You're gonna miss stuff like, shoot, Netflix about to go crazy. Twilio is ready to go crazy. Put most of your energy in stuff that actually looks good. Not stuff that has been going down while the market's been going up. That's how you know a stock that is garbage. That's how you know a stock that is garbage. We squeeze on Friday, crazy. Now imagine if you're messing with Rivian. Imagine if you were trying to mess with something like Rivian. It was like, yo, like this about to go stupid. Man, Rivian didn't even make it to the high of the day. But imagine if you mess with snow, which we did. We got you in the snow calls. We literally got you in the snow calls. The January 24th 190 calls, the lottos. It was at 188.69. I got you in at 23 cents. These closed at over $3. So you could have turned $23 into $300. And you could have did something like this. And the reason I'm showing you snow is because snow is not done. Focus on the stocks that look very, very good. Look at this. it's almost in the same situation as Twilio, where this one they haven't broke out. They haven't broke out. And what do you think's gonna happen with stocks that look like this, that have been rejecting for an entire year and haven't broke out? They're gonna go crazy. So Snow is a stock that I'm very, very interested in. Nobody has said Snow. Nobody said Snow. We got a bunch of Rivian. Somebody's still asking about Rivian. Somebody's still asking about Rivian. I want to make sure you guys come on here and you come back and be like, yo, you make money, bro. You told me not to mess with Rivian. I came over here. I messed with Snow. Snow went crazy. And Rivian kept going down for some weird reason. Rivian kept going down. Rivian kept going down. If Rivian doesn't bounce at $15, it's going to go to 13. It's gonna go to 13, and that'd be another decent buy spot. And you know, if it doesn't bounce at 13, it's gonna go down to 10 and 11, and it needs to bounce. It needs to bounce. If you're looking at it, it needs to bounce. All I'm saying is these EV companies, they IPO'd at crazy prices. Airbnb gonna explode. You're absolutely right. Like, Airbnb looks amazing. There's stocks out here that actually look really, really, like, look at Airbnb. It's going to 167. It's going to 167. This one looks absolutely amazing. It has earnings when? The 13th of February, though. One time you made me 600% on some put on a China stock live. I think PDD or something. Yeah, it probably was PDD. PDD's fire. Stay away from EV, maybe Tesla. Yeah, exactly. Tesla's fine because Tesla, they got Elon and they got more stuff happening for them than just the EV company. EVs, for some reason, I don't know why they haven't been doing what they're supposed to be doing. But anyways, I've been live for an hour and 12 minutes. If you guys want more of my time, just join the Discord. I'm in there 24/7, and you could even get into the plays that we're going to get into tomorrow. And the plays that we talked about right here, I don't want it to end right here. Like, we looked at so many great things. We're going to enter some of those things. Now, I'm not going to give you the specific contracts because I haven't even looked. But if you're in the Discord, we will be entering into some of those things. I'm going to make sure you guys are well positioned into those things like I've been doing this entire time. I've been putting these stocks on you guys' radar. I've been telling you to get, man, I can just scroll back. I actually want to scroll back into the long-term hold because a lot of you guys can benefit from $100 a year. The price is going to go up on there. Let's just look at the past things that we've entered. I'll scroll up. Let's scroll up. Okay, so we had TQQQ. We got into ARC. Those went crazy. This was October 4th. Some of you guys know that was an amazing time to be buying. October 5th, the QQQ long swings, the 395 call. These went stupid. I think those were like 100% in one day. T shares added. Some charts. Bought some Google shares. He bought Google shares at 126. 126. That's crazy. Bought more and TNA. I told you I kept buying TQQQ and TNA. We are at a swing low from the previous bull flag breakout we saw in March. It's a must buy here. God damn. I'll be damned. It was at $30. Oh my. Man, I'm done. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream, man. I'll talk to you guys in the next one, okay? What's your difference between your 125 month and 99? 125 is what I'm talking about. You can get the day trades on a daily basis, okay? The live trades on a daily basis. But if you're not ready for that, like if you don't even have a portfolio, like you don't even have any long-term swing setup, no equity purchases, don't look to day trade. Some of you guys are getting sucked in how you can be a millionaire in one day, day trading 0 days expiration. Meanwhile, all you got to do is build up a portfolio first. That's why the long term is $100 a year. You can build up your portfolio, you can get into some equity, some long term swings, and then maybe in like a month or two, you can transition to some day trades. Stop day trading if you don't know what you're doing, man. Because you're going to blow the account. You're going to blow the account. You're going to be out the game. You're going to be out the game. Because I've seen, you know what's funny? I've seen people I've literally seen, like, I've literally seen people got into snow calls. They go up 131%. They don't sell. They don't sell. It goes down to 0%. They didn't make no money. Matter of fact, they lost money. Matter of fact, they lost money. Matter of fact, they lost money. So, if you don't know what you're doing yet, not only do we have WOM education, by the way. You can go to the WOM public school and you can go to the live class. You can get the introduction to options. We tell you the trading psychology, risk management, etc. But if you don't know what you're doing, man, stop day trading. You're not nice like that, man. You're not him. You are not him yet. There is a lot of money to be made in day trading if you know what you're doing. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you all for the love you show. We got the 7K likes, 17K likes, and over a lot of people watching consistently. So I'm live this is the Sunday live show. You guys came at a great time. We review the market entirely. Okay? I try to go live on the weekdays, but if not, I'm always in the Discord. There's sports betting as well. Like, if you guys aren't making money even on the weekends, like, there's sports betting as well. We've been going crazy. Like, let me see. Look, I'm gonna just click on Dexter's Lab. Like, what's Dexter's Lab been doing? He told you to get the over on the Buccaneers game, and it won. High risk bets. He told you to get the lay, Cade, and more. And I think that cashed as well. Let me scroll up. Dang, it's been a long weekend. A lot of sports betting hits. Oh, here it goes. Snow. PL Day 289. IWM went stupid. Pete got me right there in 6%. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. My best was crowd botting at 2020 at 39. Oh yeah, you sitting nice, man. Like, that's what I'm talking. That's where the real money is made, because something like CrowdStrike is going crazy right now, but it's also gonna go even higher. Like, that's like a $300+ stock, and it's easy money. It's literally the easiest money you can make and sit on. Man, I love stocks is what I'm trying to say. But anyways, I'm out. Peace.